What's good, y'all? It's the receiver teacher back in with another class in session episode, and today we're going to be talking about all the coverages and where the weaknesses are, how to beat them, all right? But first, before we get into that, I want you to understand this little chart right here. Middle of field closed, all right? One safety, you can expect cover one or cover three, all right? But right here, two safeties, all right? Two safeties, middle of field open, you can expect cover two or cover four, all right? So that's the safety shell. If you haven't watched that video, make sure you check it out right now. That's the basis of all what we're about to talk about, all right? So if you don't understand that right now, make sure you click off this video and go check that out, all right? So the safety shell tells you a lot right off the bat, all right? That's why whenever you walk out pre-snap, you want to get your eyes on the safeties, all right? Look at the roof of the defense and identify what the coverage is going to be that way. But let's get into the coverages. All right, so first up is cover zero, all right? So cover zero, there's zero safeties. Pretty simple. And as you can see here, they're bringing the pressure. All right, so whenever there's no safeties, that means there's more guys rushing the quarterback. Right here, it's a six-man rush versus a five-man protection. That means the ball needs to be out quick. All right, so a quick slant right here with these guys vacating would be money. All right, and then there's no safety as the last line of defense. So if you can get inside right here and catch a slant, then you're gone for days. All right. So that's cover zero. So the weaknesses are mismatches, anything over the top, middle of the field, anything quick, all right, because the ball needs to be out quick. Now with cover one, it's a middle of field closed man coverage, all right. So middle of field closed, one safety, and then it's man coverage across the board. There's often an unassigned man, which right here, plus variations. If you haven't watched my video about all the cover one variations, make sure you check that out as well. But there's a ton of variations of cover one, but the basic cover one look, man free is also what it's called. It's just one safety and then man coverage across the board again. Okay. Again, mismatch or weaknesses are just mismatches. One-on-one matchups right here. Anything away from the middle of the field. So right here, a post would be going right into the middle of field safety. So fades. All right. If you have two fades right here, and this guy has to pick, where do I go? All right. And if a QB does his job, looks him off, and then throws the other way, there should be no way that this guy has a chance, all right? So that's cover one. Now, cover two, man, all right? So now we're getting into the middle of field open look, all right? So two safeties. The middle of field right here is open, all right? So it's cover two guys high with man coverage across the board, all right? So again, weaknesses, mismatches, all right? If you can beat your guy one-on-one, there's lots of space right here, all right? So you can design concepts against man coverage, like rub concepts. Slant flat is one, all right? These guys are going to be rubbing, no homo. Main weaknesses, mismatches, win your one-on-ones, and then the middle of the field is wide open. And you can also get, a fade down here, a post down here. Bring this guy to the post, and now hit this in the fade area. So that's cover two man. Cover two zone, it's a middle of field open zone defense. All right, so these guys have lots of space to cover. All right, the field is split into halves, these two safeties. So again, anything to the middle of the field. So it could be, a seam right here and then a fade. All right, this guy has to pick. Do I go to this guy or do I go to this guy? Again, the quarterback has lots to do with that, looking guys off. And again, there's lots of different variations of this, like I outlined on my Instagram already. And I'll be making a YouTube video shortly. But yeah, this is cover two zone. So again, weaknesses right here, fade area, middle of field, fade area. Now cover three, again, lots of weaknesses, lots of variations. All right, I did a video about cover three variations. Make sure you check that out. But again, the flats, all right, lots of times these guys have to get to the flats. So any quick hitch with this guy playing at depth, all right, if you can just get the ball out quick, this guy doesn't have the time to get out to the flats, all right? So the flats number one. The seams, all right, is another one. If you can get a seam from this guy and then a fade here, all right, this guy has to honor this fade. And then now, coming down the seam right here, you can be wide open, all right, in between these two guys. Now cover four, a middle of field open zone defense, all right? So there's four deep, all right, cover four deep, all right? So the field is split into quarters, all right? It's also called quarters. And then there's three underneath, all right? So you got two guys in the flats, one guy in the middle, all right? So you can really manipulate this guy. You could run a drag and a dig, all right? Now, if he follows that drag, the dig's wide open. Right here in the flats, again, you can just get one of these with a, you can get two stops. You can get whatever you want, all right? In the flats, you can get whatever you want, anything underneath, all right? But you can also win deep as well. You can run double post. Down, block is hot. You can run double post, and then you're naturally in leverage, all right? Because cover four, these defenders are outside leverage. So running posts, you're naturally in leverage. Tons of different ways, but basically anything underneath and the run game too are the major weaknesses of cover four. There's also some different variations like cover six. So cover six, like I just said, is a variation of cover four. All right, so they're playing cover four on one side, all right, this side, and now on this side they're playing cover two. All right, so 4 plus 2 equals 6. If you didn't pass math class, if you has a 1.5 GPA, but they do this a lot to deny a free release to a stud receiver. Right, so they get a cloud corner down and don't give him space like you usually have in a cover four. It's also good against bunch formations because you get one guy low and outside, one guy low and inside, one guy high and inside, and one guy high and outside. All right, so no matter where these guys go, there's always someone for him. All right, so it's used a lot against bunch. And the reason I showed cover six, even though it's a variation, and I didn't show the other variations, is because it's used so much in college for you guys getting into college and stuff. You're going to see lots and lots of cover six, especially nowadays. So I decided to put it in here, even though it's a variation of cover four. But yeah, anyways, this was all the coverages, where the weaknesses are. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Leave a comment what you want to see in the future. Follow us on all platforms at Receiver Teacher. And yeah, we're just going to keep pumping out the best content we can. All right, peace out.